Hello everybody, we are back here on Way of the Hunter, and the goal of today's video is going to be to make the longest possible shots that we can. I'm trying to stretch it clear out to 900, maybe even 1,000 meters, if we can possibly get it to work, as when you add elevation into the mix, it can actually push you past the normal render distance and make it so you can make some insane shots. And this works in pretty much any game that has a horizontal render distance, and well, in this game, the horizontal render distance is 800 meters, but once you start getting on top of mountains, you can extend that range by a decent bit depending on how high up you are. And it's the same thing in the Hunter Call of the Wild and the Hunter Classic as well. It's a cool little trick that you can use to get a little bit of extra distance, and we're going to be using that today to hopefully get ourselves out to 1,000 meters on a couple of these shots. But we're going to go to various different locations to take a few different types of shots on different species, and with the main goal being as long of a shot as we could possibly get in each of these areas. And we're starting here on Transylvania. Eventually we will move over to Nez Perce Valley as well though, and attempt some long shots on that map as well. But before we get into that, what is your guys' favorite thing to watch me do here on Way of the Hunter? Do you guys enjoy the videos about the 5-star animals, or do you prefer more unique stuff like this where we do things that we typically don't see ourselves doing on the live streams or in like a normal video? Because I kind of do enjoy these videos like this where we do something that we don't try that often, like super long range shots. It definitely makes it more interesting as I fall down the hill and can't seem to get up, but yeah, let me know if you guys prefer this type of video or if you prefer just the 5-star animals. So we're going to start out with a shot that we've made a couple times in the past. This one is about 760 meters away on a chamois with the 308. We've made this shot a few different times in a different video, and it went pretty well, but we're going to do it again today. And this time we've got a little bit more wind, as it is 10.9 meters a second to the left, which is not exactly great for long-range shooting, but we're gonna try it. I think we can do it. And we nailed it. And you know, even though we do get the little dot that kind of shows where we need to aim, it's still not super easy to make those long shots, as you do have to account for the weapon sway and also just the general randomness of where it's going to hit within that dot. And it doesn't always go exactly where you would expect it to, so there is still some challenge, though it is a little bit easier than if you were to do all that compensating yourself and not use the Hunter Sense, which we probably will try a few shots without the Hunter Sense just to see what the difference is in difficulty. Because it's definitely not as easy when you're doing it without the Hunter Sense. Yeah, that was a crazy shot right there on what appears to be a male chamois, so I think we did at least get a male, which is good. Yeah, we did. We did get a male. 27% genetics as well, so that was actually a good one to take down. And we did it from 756 meters with the 308. And just like that, we hit an artery and also the spine, so that's a pretty good hit right there. We barely got the artery, but it was honestly the spine that did it. Hitting that spine is basically an insta-kill on most species. Well, there is something about 900 meters out, though I really can't tell what it is. Let's go ahead and prone on this rock and try to take it down with a 338. This could be one of the craziest shots that we have ever made. That appears to be, I'm gonna say red deer? It kind of looks like a red deer. We're about to find out, though. This is a crazy shot. And I have no idea where it hit because my scope bugged out. Well, it looks like we hit it. Yeah, we definitely hit it. That's very unfortunate, though, as I believe the slope did kind of screw things up for us. We weren't actually able to see where the shot impacted, but it does appear that it was vitals. Whoa, wait a second. That looks like a 5-star right there. Did we just randomly find a 5-star fallow? No, that is a 4-star. Okay, so we're gonna let that one grow. That is a very big 4-star, though. That thing has to be incredibly close to making 5-star, and I would not be surprised if it ends up being a 5-star pretty soon. But let's go chase down whatever we ended up shooting a little bit ago, as it definitely looked like it might have been a red deer, but now seeing those fallow, it could have been a fallow as well. We are at the spot of the impact, and it is, well, if I could click the correct one. There we go. A lot of blood, air bubbles, and time to expire slow. And the poop next to it did say that it was a red deer, so I guess it was a red deer. I'm going to assume it was a female. I didn't see any antlers. So that's a little unfortunate, but you know, I'm pretty happy with it regardless because of that crazy long shot. Not too many opportunities like that have shown themselves, so that was definitely cool to be able to do even if it was a female red deer. Well, there it is. There is our red deer. It is a female. Let's go ahead and see exactly how far the shot was. 909 meters with a double lung and artery hit. That is a pretty crazy shot. Definitely the longest one we have managed to get. I believe my previous record was like 850, so we beat it by about 50 meters. That was quite the crazy shot. But can we push it out even farther? I guess we'll have to find out. Well, we have officially done it. We have found a spot that I can take a 1,000 meter shot. Now let's just hope that I can even connect at that distance, as it's not going to be easy. There is going to be barely any visible dot of that animal. You know, I think for this shot, just to give us a little bit extra knockdown power at this long range, let's use the 338. Now, this is going to be difficult to judge on where we need to aim, but I think right there. And that looked like a hit. I don't think it was a good hit, but we did actually make a shot at about 1,000 meters. That is pretty crazy in and of itself. Now the question is, will that thing die from it? Probably not, as it was a roe deer that was hit in the intestines, but I mean, the 338 is a big enough caliber that maybe it will. I guess we'll have to go see. You know, for that being our first attempt at a 1,000 meter shot, I'm honestly relatively happy with how it went. Though it was definitely not the best shot we could have made, the fact that we even hit it on our first attempt is crazy. Now, hopefully, we can manage to do that on a slightly larger target so we got a better chance of hitting the vitals. If I can find a red deer out at that distance, that would be great. Though I think we're probably going to go over to Nez Perce Valley to do some long-range shooting after we claim this thing, as there is a couple locations where I think we have a better chance at getting a 1,000 meter shot. Yeah, it's a small amount of blood with no impurities at all, which is not a good sign for us. If we can just find the impact spot, maybe we can figure out if it will die. Yeah, it's not gonna die. That's very unfortunate, as we did hit it with a 338, so I thought maybe even a bad shot would take it down. It does not look like that is going to be the case. So we're gonna have to attempt that again. But I think we're going to do it on Nez Perce Valley, as there is one location in particular where we took a black bear recently that I think could be a good candidate for a very long-range shot, provided we can get the animals to actually be there in the perfect drink zones. Well, we got our wish. The elk are at the spot that I need them to be, but that is only 880 meters. We need to back it up a little bit more even. If we want to make a 1,000 meter shot, I don't know exactly where we're going to have to go. I'm thinking maybe over here. That definitely is looking like it's going to be the best location to do this, as I just can't get far enough back at the current spot without it completely blocking them out of my view. So we're going to have to try and maybe go up on that hillside over there, or I guess mountainside. It's not really a hill, but let's try to get on that mountainside and see if we can still see them from there. Because I do think that that will be 1,000 plus meters. Oh my gosh, that actually might be a 5-star elk as well. Man, if we make a 1,000 meter shot on a 5-star elk, that has to be one of the coolest things that we will ever have had a chance to do. And that's almost 1,000 meters right there. We gotta back up a little bit more if we want it to be 1,000 flat. I also did grab the 300 Magnum, as I thought it would be a pretty fun gun to use for this exact purpose right here. We just need to get back a little bit further. I mean, if we can't make it to exactly 1,000, it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I just want to get as close as we can to that 1,000 meter mark. And, well, this is about 977, so provided that he goes broadside, this is going to be our chance right here to take down an absolute giant from 1,000 meters away. And we nailed him! Oh my gosh, that is incredible! Now, here's to hoping that this guy will end up being a 5-star. There's a chance that it's a 4 or even just a big 3. But I think that has a chance of being a 5-star. It's just so difficult to tell at this distance. Wow, yeah, that thing is looking very impressive. I think we've got a good chance at this being a 5-star elk, or at the very minimum, a big 4-star. I am so incredibly excited to see just how many tines this thing has, as that will kind of indicate what it's going to be. It's looking very promising, though. Man, that might be a 5. It might be a small 5, though it might be a big 4 as well. Either way, that is such a massive elk to be able to take down from almost 1,000 meters. Look at this absolute giant right here. Let's get a trophy shot with this guy, because that is absolutely crazy big. Yeah, that right there is a crazy picture. Let's just screenshot that real quickly and take a look. Is this guy possibly a 5-star? It's got a chance, but I'm gonna say 4-star. It is a 4-star with 81% genetics, just about. Honestly, that was probably a good one to take down. I don't think it could have gotten much bigger than that. And to take it out from 976 meters is just absolutely insane. Something I never thought I'd be able to do. And to do it so flawlessly with that shot in particular, that really could not have gone better. We whiffed the shot on the roe deer, but man, did we impact the way we needed to on this elk. And that's really all I can ask for, as this is a much more impressive trophy. And you know, because of how crazy this hunt was and how insane and memorable this moment is going to be, I think I'm going to tax this guy. Let's taxidermize that elk and toss him into our trophy lodge. And that is definitely not our last attempt at a 1,000 meter shot. We've got some mule deer chilling out here in the water. We're gonna see if there's a place I can go, like, back up in this direction to get further away. It doesn't look like there's too many options, but we're gonna at least attempt it. I see what could be a very large whitetail deer out at roughly 800 meters. I'm thinking this is a shot we've got to attempt. I mean, if it's giving us a chance at a possible giant deer, then we 100% need to try this. At the very minimum, we gotta at least attempt it. And I think that we can definitely do that right now. This does seem to be a pretty stable spot to shoot from. Let's just zero down a little bit. Once it goes broadside, we'll try to get a shot into it. Here we go. This might be our chance right here. That is definitely a giant whitetail buck. It's so difficult to tell exactly how giant from this distance, similar with the elk, but I think it's definitely a big one. And that looked like a good hit. Though because it was in the water, it is going to be difficult to see the blood. But he's definitely stumbling. I'd say we got a pretty good hit. Woo, that is a big mule deer buck right there. Hold on, let's real quickly see what this guy is. That is only a 3-star. Man, the thing looked so much bigger. Though I suppose the big 3-stars would look very similar to 4-stars, so I guess naturally that one would look pretty good. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Gonna have to keep an eye on that guy and see if he gets any bigger. That is most certainly a giant whitetail buck that we sniped from long range, but question is it a 5, a 4, or a 3-star? It's kind of looking like a 4 or a 3-star now that I'm looking at it again. I'm gonna say 4-star. This one doesn't look as big as I thought it was at first glance. I mean, it's still a good deer though. And, oh, that's a 2-star adult? Wow. Okay, that actually is pretty big for an adult. Though, it was probably just about to be mature as the genetics were not that crazy. So, not too bad of one to take down, and I made for a nice looking trophy to take down from that range. At least we could see the giant rack even from, what was it, 745 meters? Definitely tricked me, made me think it was much bigger than it actually was. I hope you guys have been enjoying this kind of long-range hunting style of video here in Way of the Hunter. This has genuinely been one of the most enjoyable videos I've made in a very long time, and I think one of the primary reasons for that is, well, it's really the reason that I even started this video right here. I got to thinking to myself, recently I've been so focused on trying to get videos with 5-star trophies and diamonds, and I feel like sometimes I forget that that's not the only thing that makes a video good, and that sometimes I need to just do stuff that I find enjoyable in the games as well, and then that ends up being enjoyable for you guys to watch as well, because I do feel that a lot of times it's very noticeable in a video if somebody is truly enjoying themselves or if they're not enjoying themselves. And you know, as a content creator where I don't only do this for a hobby but also as something to support my family, it can be difficult to remember that sometimes, that at the end of the day I need to do some of the stuff that I enjoy, as well as looking for things that you guys will enjoy also. And I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, because this is one of those types of videos that I don't do all that often, but I genuinely enjoy doing. And sometimes it's just difficult to remember that it's not all about the 5-star trophies in Way of the Hunter. There is so many more things that this game has to offer that I haven't really fully explored, because sometimes I just get so focused on trying to maximize the 5-star potential of my herds and things like that. And it's been nice to do a video like this for a change, and I really just want to thank you guys for even giving me the opportunity to be where I am today. Not only am I able to do this YouTube channel as a hobby, but I'm also able to support my family off of it, and to me that is truly something I never thought that would be possible. And I think from now on, I'm gonna try and just have fun with these videos as much as I possibly can, and try not to get wrapped up so much in the diamonds and the 5 stars, because at the end of the day, not everybody is looking to watch videos with 5-star animals and diamonds all the time. I know for a fact that a lot of you just want to see entertaining content that is unique in its own way, and I'm going to try and make that more prevalent in the future videos, because I am just incredibly grateful to even be in this position, and I definitely want to make the best content I can possibly make. And if I'm enjoying myself when I'm doing it, then it's definitely going to translate into the video. Obviously, I enjoy going for the 5-star trophies as well, and doing those long Great One grinds and stuff like that in Call of the Wild, but sometimes it can be fun to do something like this for a change, and I hope you guys enjoy it just as much as I do. But anyway, let's get back to the actual long-range hunting. I want to try and get up here to the top of this mountain, because I did spot an elk herd that I spooked off. They're kind of around where that marker is, and if I can get up there, this might be our opportunity for the 1,000-meter shot. Wow, we finally have our opportunity at 1,000 meters. I think this is going to be the one where we actually can get as far back as we need to connect a shot at exactly 1,000 meters. And of course it would be a moose, which is even better because this is one of the larger species in the game. And it seems like we are just about there, just a couple more meters. And this will officially be 1,000 meters. Let's see if we can maybe get up top of here. Well, here we go. The 1,000 meter shot. If this moose will stop moving for at least a couple seconds, we can take this shot. And in fact, I might have to take it on the move even. But I really don't want to risk it, because we're not going to get another chance like this, I don't think. So I want to make sure that we maximize our chances of this shot hitting where we need it to hit. But it's looking like it's going to be a risky one regardless. Here we go. I think we just did it. Please tell me that was a vital hit. It kind of looks like it was based on how the moose is moving. Maybe not, though. I actually don't know. It looks like we didn't vitally hit it. Either that or moose are just incredibly tanky, which also could be what's going on there, but it's looking like it wasn't a great hit. Here we go. Another attempt at 1,000 meters. There's a whitetail buck right there. It seems to be the replacement to the one that we just killed, so it's definitely not the ideal target, but it's at the proper distance, and that's really all we can ask for at this point. So let's just... Ooh, it's gonna get up. Okay. Unfortunately, this doe just went into the brush and hasn't come out for about 5 minutes, so we're just gonna be waiting until she does give us a shot, and until then, there's really nothing we can do but just hope that she's still 1,000 meters out when she finally does pop out. Otherwise, there could be some... Oh, there she is right there. Right as I talk about it. There she is. Let's go for it. That looked like a good hit. I think we have finally done it. I think we finally did it. That looked to be the 1,000 meter shot that we've been looking for. She jumped, which typically means a good hit, and it looked like a pretty big pool of blood. I think we did it. I think we actually finally did it. Yeah, that is 100% vital blood. That is what we love to see, and I wouldn't be too surprised if it's just over here. That was definitely the best long-range shot we've made. And it looks like it kind of ran around in circles. I don't think it knows what hit it, to be honest. I mean, a 300 Magnum from 1,000 meters. That's got to be the most surprising thing to be hit by. Oh, wow. She's actually just right here. At first, when I looked at it, I thought it was a buck, but it's definitely a doe. And I kind of figured that out after it went into the bush and then came back out. It did look more like a doe, and it was. And we shot it from 1 kilometer, or 1,000 meters. That is just absolutely insane. I can't believe that I have finally managed to make a shot like that. And that was a pretty solid hit as well. That is by far one of the craziest things I've done in Way of the Hunter, and this was quite a fun video to make. It's not too often that you get super long-range opportunities like this and have them actually pan out. And this one right here was the one that ended up working out for us, and look at that energy loss. It was within the recommended energy for whitetail deer, so you can get full 5-star harvest rating on a whitetail with the 300 Magnum, provided you're 1 kilometer away. So that's good to know at least. We might have to attempt this on a 5-star at some point, because that would be an insane way to take one down. But anyway, guys, I think that is going to be the end of this video, and boy did we sure end that thing on a high note with that crazy 1 kilometer shot. And we also put our beautiful 4-star elk right here. I never actually did check what the score of this one was, so let's real quickly do that. Now, it should be in the taxidermy assistant, and yeah, it should be right there. Bullet camera. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the score. 434, that was a big one. This one was definitely towards the end of its lifespan, as from what I understand, an 80% can't make 5 stars, so we took it at about the right time, I'd say. And regardless, that made for a really cool kill. And then we ended up getting that doe from even farther away to make it just that much more insane. But I really do appreciate each and every one of you that is watching these videos, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one right here. We will be back tomorrow with another Way of the Hunter video, probably doing something completely different than what we're doing here. But thank you all for watching. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss any of the future uploads. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below on what you guys thought of this video and also what you would like to see in future videos, and I will try to respond to as many as I can. That being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!